Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Hidden Agenda. We've been busy the last week, but hopefully after this here we'll take a break for a little bit, maybe. All right, tonight's we're here to bring you the results of the election as they come available. We are working on that as it's right now we're waiting. I would expect any time, probably in the next, I'm thinking the next probably 10 to 15 minutes, we should start seeing early voting totals coming out. Carissa is going to be at the election commission as well as Candy. So we're going to have two people on site, and they'll get us the information, and as they come with the information, we're going to take and share it up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a little thing that we created. Let me see here. Here we go. This is the voting totals. This is a spreadsheet that we created. So as we get information, we just plug it directly in here. You'll see on the first column after the candidate's name is going to be the early voting totals. Then E-Day is obviously election day, which will be today's totals, which we won't hear them to probably, I'm expecting anywhere between 8 and 9 o'clock tonight. And then we'll update those. And once we add the election day totals, we'll get an automatic total. So we'll be flashing this screen up there every now and then, this picture, just so you guys can see it, see where we are. I'm expecting as soon as we get information coming across for the early voting totals, we're going to go ahead and get that up there and let it kind of sit for a while and kind of keep an eye on things as we go along. But anyway, this is what what you'll be looking at tonight to see where your totals are at. So, like I said, right now we're just we're in a waiting pattern till we get some calls and text messages from Carissa or Candy, and we'll take and keep you guys updated as fast as we can on it. Now, I know we had quite a bit of conversation over this stuff with these what I want to say this property reappraisal, CVU, whatever you want to call it. It's a property reappraisal. I mean, you can put lipstick on the pig, it's still a pig. So I mean, the CVU is a form of property appraisal is what it is. They're just using market value as opposed to pictures, so or of the property itself. So I mean, it's still the same thing. You got a reappraisal letter, which your property is now reappraised at this value, and this is going to be your assessed value. And from there, we still have to wait to see what's going to happen with a certified tax rate. Now that tax rate obviously is going to be coming down from the state, but we're going to clarify some stuff in here for you. And I'm trying to, as I'm talking to you, we've got our friend requests and memberships have just been through the roof today, so I'm trying to address that all at the same time. Getting everything done. Yeah, I got okay, yeah. Hey, everybody. I got you, brother from another mother. I don't know if I claim you all the time, though. No, you know I love you, Tim. Yeah, let's get it done. Let's see what happens here. We'll get them put up as soon as we get them coming across here. But anyway, like I said, we gotta kill a little bit of time in here while we're waiting on all this stuff to happen. I'm trying to keep an eye on multiple things at the moment. Holy crap, boy, we have got a lot of people logged in. Wow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we're going to roll this information out as quick as we get it. We're still, I expect to see stuff coming in here pretty fast. I'm boom. Trying to get some of my pages that we'll be using for updated information as well, so I can scan fast. And let me see here. So I should have. Okay, we got everything coming on right now. So it's just a matter now of getting in here and making it happen. Just waiting on information to come from the election commission, obviously. So we're going to keep an eye on their page as well as, like I said, we're waiting on as soon as Candy and Carissa start getting information, they'll get it sent to us. So we'll be updating as we go. Wow, man, we have got a lot of people on tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in and for trusting us to get you the information. Like I said, right now, I'm still constantly adding members right this moment. So bear with me. I'm trying to get everybody approved to join on the page. Definitely thank you guys for coming in here, tuning in. We certainly appreciate this here. It's never overlooked having people have trust in us trying to getting you all the information that you need on what's happening with local government. So we're still definitely working with this here, and we're actually trying to get a couple of other things done for future reference, where we can do some remote. We can have multiple people talking on the page, but not actually having to be in the same room. What this will allow us to do is we can have. Hold on just 1 second. I gotta. All right. Looking. Sorry about this here. Texting with Chris. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, we're trying to work on it where we can get multiple people not having to be in the same room, and then working together. So Jaden Mapes, I'm sure you guys have seen him here in the last few days really jump in and help us out with, well, I like to say help us out. Hold on a second here. I've still got. Okay. So he's going to try to help us get it so we can do have multiple people on this. We might even want to have, if somebody wants to get on and be a guest, we can show you how to download some free software and be able to come on. And as we move forward, I know you guys know that June 29th is my official leave date, so I'll be heading back home at that point. So I'll be doing a lot of remote podcasts from there, from Virginia, and so we're kind of working on getting quite a few of these things here together. Alrighty, I'm again, like I said, I'm trying to get information and get people set up in here, and hey, Chloe. Hey there, Rockstar. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, y'all just sit tight. We're just waiting right now on getting the numbers. We're hoping for early voting totals here pretty quick. I would expect them to come along at any point in time. Like I said, Carissa and Candy are on site to get that information, so they'll be hopefully they can share with us as quick as they get it. We'll definitely get it out to you as quick as we can. We're kind of in a holding pattern with everybody else. So, and like I said, I'm just kind of keeping up with some other stuff, making sure that everybody's lined up here. But I'm going to flip back over for just 1 second so you guys can see what the sheet's going to look like when we get the information. All right, Carissa just texted. They don't have the early voting totals yet. They're waiting, so we're still in a waiting pattern with Carissa on that. There, I'm going to pop back up and show you guys as we get information here. If you look up here, I don't know if my mouse pointer is up here or not. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. But if you look over here, you'll notice up there we've got it as far as the race candidate, which is like the race would be the mayor's race, and there's the candidates. I'm replying with Chris, so bear with me. But you'll notice we've got like the race, the mayor's race, and then you'll have the candidates that's sitting right there. And if you'll notice, we've got 3 columns. We've got the early voting. The E-Day is going to be for today's voting, which is election day total. And then the total is going to be the combination of both of them. What will happen is, this is in a spreadsheet, so as soon as we get the information, we start plugging the figures in, and it will automatically calculate. So it's yeah, we're still waiting on early totals at this point. Like I said, Carissa and Candy are on site, and they're going to get us the numbers as quick as they possibly can. So yeah, this here's what you can be looking at as we share it through the night. We've got this in a spreadsheet that once it's done, we'll get all the, this will be a screenshot we put up here as we get early voting totals. We'll put that in, share that with you. Then we'll get, as we get election day totals, we'll share that, and then you'll see the actual totals. And we got a column over there. Obviously, there'll just be one winner per race, except for the commissioners where there's actually 2. So there'll be 2 winners in that column there. But we'll mark who is the winners in each one. And then from there, it'll be as simple as we'll share this here with you, and you'll always have it as a point of reference. So that's where we are with this here. I'm going to pop back up in here and boom, 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 see about some more information here. See if I can find anything else that's popping up at this point. Let's see here. Just in a waiting pattern. So, like I said, wow, there's a lot of people that've logged in tonight, and again, we appreciate you guys being here with us. I know this is a pretty important election. It's a very important election, especially with the way our economy is and everything is going up through the roof. It's definitely need the right people in place. Alrighty, so I'm still here. So I'm going to take and touch base and with Candy. Alrighty, let's get back over here. I'm going to pop this back up just so you guys can keep an eye on it, just so you know what we're looking at here. I'm texting with Candy at the moment, and I am going to get comments popped up in here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Apparently, I'm talking with Candy. She's saying that Crossroads is having problems closing the polls over there. I'm actually, like I said, I'm checking. I'm gonna look through the whatchamacallits here right quick. I see a lot of people tagged in. Other people. Woohoo! Hey, there's my girl Hazel. District 1, baby. Alrighty. Got a bunch of people. Glen Teresa, we don't have numbers yet. We're still waiting on them to get into us. We're still waiting on quite a bit of this here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I got to get back home. I got a big fight on my hands, Penny. Yeah, and I know the page is small that you won't be able to see it. We're going to take and get that put up in a screenshot. The problem is we're trying to get so much information on the one page, but we'll take and get it set up where we got multiple pages and expand it out some, because I think I've got this thing down to like 75%. So we should be able to do it pretty shortly. And actually just got a text. Blake Mitchell is actually on the way to the election commission as well. So we're going to have 3 people up there to bring you totals as we get us here. Yeah, I know the numbers. If you're looking from a cell phone, it's going to be hard to see these things here. I'm not on a cell phone, but if you are on a cell phone, like Regina says, turn your phone sideways, and that'll open it up a little bit more, and you should be able to take in. You can probably screenshot that, and when you screenshot it, download it, and you should be able to use it to open it up some more. But what we'll do, excuse me, what I'll do is, as we get around to this here, I can take that. I can take this page here, and I can expand it, so I can make it bigger as we come along. Once we get numbers and stuff in here, we'll do that there. We're trying to get it for it as a one page for the time being, but we will work on getting that. Alrighty, just got a message from Chris. Regan and 8 is closed. Crossroads has a machine issue, so still no early voting totals. Apparently doesn't. I don't know what's going on here with why we're not getting early voting totals. I would have figured they would have already been. I won't. Chris has just replied they won't tell us nothing on numbers yet. So, so there's nothing yet to put out there. We're still waiting. Apparently there's an issue. Boom, boom. Well, still nothing coming out anywhere. We're still looking and keeping an eye on stuff, but apparently the election commission is not putting anything out at this moment. So I don't know why we're not getting early voting totals. I would have figured that would have been done, was all done at the election commission. I would think that would be in-house, that they would have those numbers and release them. So who knows? texting with Carissa, and still keeping an eye on stuff. So, yeah, people, thank you guys for tuning in. You know, we're in a holding pattern with the election commission right this moment. Last thing we've got from Carissa, we've got 3 people at the election commission now. We've got Candy Davis, Carissa White, and Blake Mitchell. And Carissa replied, sent us a message 3 minutes ago that Reagan and 8 is closed, but Crossroads is having machine issues. She said they won't tell us nothing on numbers yet, so we're still in a holding pattern to get it. But bear with us. We're waiting for it just as much as you guys. I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna flip that screen back up there to you, and see if you can possibly get a screenshot of it. I'll leave it up here for a little bit. See if you can get a screenshot of it, and then see if you can open it up and see it closer. What you get a screenshot. So once we get the information filled in, you should be able to look at it if you're looking from a phone. All right, Chris is typing, so we'll see what's going on here. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, all right. I just got a screenshot sent to me with of what I'm showing right now. Yeah, so thank you for sending that screenshot. It looks like I got a screenshot of this page that we've got showing you right now. I've got a screenshot of that sent to me. So what's happening is I was able to take and expand that up. So you might be able to do the okay, maybe oh. All right. Okay. All right, Chris had just texted. They won't give us early votes until all the polls are closed. So we are sitting here waiting on the election commission to get the polls closed, and we do know that right now, that there's some issues at the Crossroads machine closing. So, we're still in the holding pattern. So bear with us. We're going to get this information out to you as soon as it gets in here. I'm still, like I said, I'm on a computer right now, and I'm actually looking at this screen, so I can see the numbers pretty good. Alrighty. Still trying to get I'm still replying to messages and getting everybody approved on the page. A lot of people have joined up just to come up here and pay attention to this here. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. Okay. Still, let me see here. I got a text come in, and this here. I'm still here. I'm texting. Okay, righty here. Yeah, I don't know why early votes have not been released yet. Somebody commented on that there. I don't have an answer to that. I would have figured they'd already been out by now as well. Alrighty, I'm coming back in here. I'm going to get back up in here, and we're still, like I said, we're looking. I'm still approving people to the page. Just alrighty. Well, here we go. Well, I know this doesn't do us any good, but and I didn't think about that there. I didn't put the absentee ballots in here. Oh. That might get changed up a little bit then. Yeah, I'm actually looking. Heck, looking over at McNairy County, they're already getting. They've already got their absentee and early ballots already out. So apparently, the election commission, Henderson County Election Commission, is going to wait and do it all at once. So we're still in that holding pattern right now. Okay, all right. Okay. Wow. Early numbers are coming out of Lewis County. Everybody else is getting around it, but apparently we're just going to be behind getting the information. Again, pardon me for not talking in here. I'm trying to do about 500 different things at once. I'm going to pop back up in here and switch back over to view. Y'all can see my beautiful face one more time. Like I said, we are floating around and dealing with quite a few different things. I'm accepting people onto the page right now. I'm probably made 40 or 50 friends today. Okay, hold on a second here. I'm just getting a text in from Carissa. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, I'm going to read this here out to you guys. So, because I'm going to have to go back in here and add in the absentee column. Alright, right now, I'm going to read out to you what we've got. Alright, in the mayor's race, alright, y'all pay attention here. In the mayor's race, Shelly Alexander's got 9 absentee votes and 430 votes. So, for early voting. So, she's got a total of 439. Alrighty. Jacob Feehan, 8 absentee, 542 in the early, for a total of 550. Robbie McCready, 22 absentee, 1169 early voting, for 1191. Darren McDaniel, 10 absentee, 422 for 432. Gary Riffle, 13 absentee, 275, 289. So out of the 2,900 votes total there in the mayor's race, McCready's in the lead at 1191, followed by Jacob Feehan at 550, Shelley Alexander at 439, Darren McDaniel at 432, and Gary Riffle at 288. Alrighty. Now let's go in here. Let me see here. I'm looking up here. Get me some more numbers. Hold on a second here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Right now, I've only got 2 sheets. Let me ask if there's anything. Sheriff. Okay. What I'm going to do right now here is I'm going to come into the comments section on this video, people. And what we're going to do is share what we've got so far in the comment section so you guys can take a look at it. Give me just a second here. I'm getting into the video. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, hold on just one second here. Let me turn my volume down so I don't get any feedback. Alright. Why am I not letting me? Okay, well, for some reason. Alright, for some reason it's not letting me in, so I'm going to come back in here and keep reading off, and then we'll get everything up. Boom, 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 boom. Because Carissa has sent us some more pages across. Carissa, if you're hearing me on this here, okay, let's get in here now because we got some more pages. And okay, we are still trying to find a page with the sheriff's race because I know that's one that a lot of people are asking about. Okay, I'm missing a page somewhere. We are definitely missing a page somewhere here that hold on a second. I think we got it. There's what we're looking for. Okay. Let's get in here now to the sheriff's race. Okay. Because I know this is one everybody wants to hear about as well. Alrighty. Brad Atkinson has got 23 absentee, 1399 early voting for 1,422 votes so far. Tracy Grissom's got 14 absentee, 299 early voting at 313. Richard King has 8 absentee, 493 in early voting for 501. Terry Moody Sr.'s got 4 absentee, 32 early voting for a total of 36. Larry Seagal's got 12 absentee, 673 early voting for 685. So Brad is in the lead quite a bit there at 1422, with Larry Seagal trailing at 685. Richard King 501, Tracy Grisham 313, and Terry Moody at 36. Alrighty, let's get in here, and before I start putting what I'm going to do here is start getting in here and start putting in some numbers. Alright, so sheriffs, we've got Brad at 1422. Alright, folks, bear with me here as we're going to be updating our forms. Alright, and Atkinson is 1422, 313 on Grisham, Kings 501, Moody is 36, and 685. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually going to come in here right now and start filling in what we've got as far as votes are concerned. Alrighty. Okay, let's go into, this is a challenge race here. John Cavness has got 41 absentee, 1814 in early voting for a total of 1855. Alrighty, let me find where we got the trustee. 1855. Alright, Mark Montgomery has 23 absentee, 993 early voting for 1016. Alrighty, so let me see here. What else have I got on this page here? That's got my trustees. Beverly Dunaway has got 59 absentee, 2594 for a total of 2653. So let me plug hers in. 2653. Alrighty, that's got that page. Alrighty here. Alright, Constable District 6, Patrick Cherry's got 9 absentees, 413 for a total of 422. Alrighty. Constable District 7, Richie Stanfield, 7 absentee, 222 for a total of 229. And that's those are not disputed races, so they are definitely there. Constable District 5, Chris McPeak, 2 absentee, 360 early for a total of 362. Alright, now we do have this is a challenge in here, and this is in District 4. Zachary Jeans has got 7 absentee, 208 early for a total of 215. Alright, Kimmy Spawn has 11 absentee, 228 early for a total of 239. Alright, and Mike Fisher, I know, is running by himself up in District 3 Constable. 6 absentee, 345 for 351 total. Alrighty, David Stanley has got no absentees, 128 early for a total of 128. Ronnie Holmes has got 8 absentee, 261 early for 269. Alrighty, let's get in here to District 1. I know that's challenged. Okay, Junior Howard has 1 absentee, 130 early for 131. Brent Mayfield has 5 absentee, 145 for 150. So that's a little bit of a close race there. Alrighty here. Let me see if I can't get in here to Registered Deeds. Doug Bartholomew's got 57 absentee, 2597 for a total of 2654. This is an uncontested race. Alright. Alrighty, Tasha Carver. Let's see if we can find her. Alright, Tasha has 55 absentee, 26-28 for 2683 total. Alright, let's see here. What do we got next? School Board, District 6. John Walker is running unopposed, 9 absentee, 465 early for 474. Alrighty. And District 4, we have challengers here. Tommy Gordon, incumbent's got 10 absentee, 156 early for a total of 166. All right, Janet Hayes, his opponent, has 7 absentee, 321 early to 328 total. All righty, District 2 School Board, we've got Matthew Crownover has got 8 absentee, 255 early for 263. And Mr. Reynolds has got 1 absentee, 128 early for 129 total. Alrighty, let me get back over here and get in my mayors. And then we'll get into the commissioners. Alright, 439, 50. 32, 288. Okay, let's get into the commissioner races. All right, District 1. Junior Carter's got 4 absentee votes, 181 early for a total of 185. Jeff James has 4 absentee, 202 early voting for 206. Mark James has 3 absentee, 137, and he's got a total of 140. Alrighty, let's get into District 2. David Blankenship, 4 absentee, 169 early for 173. Don Eubank has got 1 absentee, 115 early for a total of 116. Tommy Page has 4 absentee, 220 early for a total of 224. Blaine Sumler has 4 absentee, 222 early for a total of 226. Alrighty, getting into District 3, we have Terry Beecham first, who's got 4 absentee, 190 early voting. He's got 194. Well, this is a close race for the second spot. Todd Beecham's got 3 absentee with 280 in the early voting for 283. Brian Duke has 5 absentee, 198 early for a total of 203. All right, let's get in here and find this District 4. Okay, Will Davis 4 absentee, 138 early for a total of 142. McManus has got 10 absentee, 325 early for a total of 335. Blake Stanfield has 13 absentee, 367 early for a total of 380. Alrighty, District 5. Okay. District 5. Alrighty, we're going to start with Terry Allen. He's got 1 absentee, 238 for 239 total. Let's get where I'm at here. Alright. Daniel Evans, no absentee, 30 early voting for 30 votes total. Logan Fiddler had no absentees. He's got 96 in early voting. So he's got a total of 96. Randall Keene has 1 absentee, 184 early voting for 185. And Terry Singleton has 2 absentees, 223 for 225. All right, let's get into District 6. District 6 commissioners. Tabitha Derryberry, 3 absentee, 244 for 247. All right. Trent Harris, 5 absentee, 161. He's got 166. Jack Johnson, 3 absentees, 208 for 211. Gary Ross has got 3 absentees, 167, and he is sitting at 170. And Mark Walker's got 2 absentees, 185 is going to give him 187. And the last one is going to be District 7. I got to find that one now. Where's District 7? District 7, District 7. Alrighty, where is District 7? Okay, I think that is on a page that I can't see. All right, I'm actually having to call, text Chris to give me the numbers for District 7. Because I can't see him in this picture here. I think this was on. All right, folks. I know you're sending me friend requests. I'll get to you as quick as I can. Should be right above the county trustee. Alrighty, Blake just sent them to me. See if I can get them to clear up some. I can't read them. Alrighty. Alright, I'm trying to get the numbers for District 7 and then we'll get this here popped up for everybody. So I'm going to jump in here, folks. As soon as we get this here updated, we're going to get it all up there to you. Hold on a second here. I just got the numbers from Carissa. Let's see here. District 7. Okay, here we go. District 7. Dude, stop sending me these reels. Okay, District 7. Hunter Grissom has had 2 absentees, 142 early, and he is sitting at 144. Alrighty. Nick Peterson, 3 absentee, 148 early for 151. Boy, this is a close one. Joe Ross, 4 absentees, 141 early at 145. So in District 7, wow. We're talking 144, 145, and 151. Vote numbers are pretty tight there. Okay, folks. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, a view to full screen. Alrighty. Okay, and now I need. Alrighty, give me just 1 second and I'm going to get this here screenshot and then I'll start getting everybody's friend request taken care of. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I'm trying to get to it. I got a bunch of people sending me friend requests. I'll get to you as quick as I can. Well. Alright, folks, I am doing the best I can here. My phone keeps blowing up, so bear with me. Shit. For some reason, it's not taking me back to the home screen. Okay. Where is my back button? There we go. Alrighty, let's see here. Pull that off and give me just 1 second. We're just about there. Pictures. For some reason it didn't take, so let's try this one more time. View, full screen. Here we go. And let's escape and come over here. There we go. Okay, finally. Sorry this takes so long. So, let me get back in here. Alrighty, I'm back now. And we're going to take that image and delete it. And we're going to add the new image. Browse, screenshot. And okay. Alrighty, folks. Now you should see the updated numbers here that we've got so far. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now you should be able to see all the numbers. If you're on a phone, turn this thing sideways. Take a screenshot, because I actually had somebody take a screenshot of it and send it to me, and then I could go in there and expand the window and look down in it. But these are the numbers for early voting and absentee voting. So you can see where we are right now. There are some very close races in here. All right, and I got to get in here and accept some friend requests and get people accepted on the page. So bear with me as I'm going through that, and I'm gonna let you guys. And Carissa has shared the page, the pictures on the page as well. She's made a post with the early voting result total. So, yeah, Shannon, we definitely busted 300 viewers, which is wow. Still getting it there. That's just blows my mind. All right, folks, I'm getting in here and confirm. Oh. Okay. All right, you guys should be able to see this here. I'm accepting people on the page, getting everything done, trying to reply. If I don't reply to you guys right now, with comments, bear with me. I'm still accepting people on the page. We're okay. I'm still trying to get caught up. It's still coming like crazy. So bear with me. Yes, somebody. All right, Crystal Inman, you are correct. Thank you for catching that there. If you look on District 4, which is going to be line 36, Blake Stanfield, it shows 380 and 2619, so that's going to be something I need to fix right quick in the calculation. And let me see what I did wrong here. I see what I did. I've got to add in with another number, so I just need to come back in here and change that and add this one here and enter, and that is corrected. Thank you very much for catching that there. If you guys see any other numbers that do not match in the total column with the early column, let me know. That was just a quick typo, but it looks like everything else is pretty consistent in there, so I don't see any other issues in there. But thank you for catching that. I certainly appreciate it. And thank you guys. I'll tell you right now, wow. We are still some strong numbers right now. Like I said, Carissa has made a separate post with what we have so far in early voting. So this is where we are. Like I said, disregard in District 4, Blake Stanfield actually has 380 total because we haven't gotten anything else yet. Okay. So let's get in here and take a look at this. See what we got. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. It looks like the mayor is pulling pretty strong. He's out there real strong. So let's go ahead and get these numbers out here. All right, in the mayor's race, Robin McCready is leading 1191. Second place is Jacob Feehan at 550. Shelly Alexander is in third at 439. Darren McDaniel is in fourth at 432, and Gary Riffle is in fifth place at 288. In the sheriff's race, Brad Atkinson has 1,422 votes. Larry Stegall is in second place with 685. Richard King is in third place with 501. Tracy Grisham is in fourth place with 313. Terry Moody is in fifth with 36. District 1 Commissioner Jeff James is in first place with 206. William Carter is in second place with 185. Those are your two incumbents. Mark James is in third place with 140. Okay. And let's go to District 2 Commissioners. Blaine Sumler is in first place with 226. Tommy Page is in second place with 224. He is a sitting commissioner. David Blankenship is in third with 173. Don Eubank is in fourth with 116. District 3, Todd Beecham, sitting commissioner, is at 283. Second place is Brian Duke, has got 203. And third place is Terry Beecham at 194. So we're talking 9 votes are separating those two before we get into the votes that happened today. So we're going to see, where that goes. That's going to be a good one to take a look into. Alrighty, now let me see here. I got something else that popped up. Pardon me a second. Okay, no, that's good. Trying to get everything squared away here. Alrighty. All right, people. I know I've got messages coming right now. I'm not gonna be. Don't have a lot of time for messages at the moment. All right, so let's get into District 4. Blake Stanfield, sitting commissioner, 380. Mac Manus, sitting commissioner, 335. Will Davis at 142 in third place. All right, District 5. Terry Allen, sitting commissioner, is 232. Second place is Terry Singleton at 225. Third place is Randall Keene at 185. He's a sitting commissioner. Fourth place is Logan Fiddler at 96. And fifth place is Daniel Evans with 30. All right, District 6 commissioner. All righty. First place, Tabitha Derryberry, 247. Second place, Jack Johnson, 211. Third place, Mark Walker, 187. All right, fourth place, Gary Ross, 170. And fifth place is Trent Harris at 166. All righty. And that one there, there's still a lot to see there. This one's tight. This is District 7. Nick Peterson's current commissioner, 151. Joe Ross, current commissioner, 145. Mr. Hunter Grissom, bro, you're only one vote off of Joe Ross, and you're only 7 votes off of Nick Peterson. That's a good rundown up in there in District 7. Might see an upset there, possibly. Alrighty, let's get back up here into the school board. Crownover, and this is in District 2. Crownover's got 263. Reynolds has 129. And this is in District 4. Janet Hayes at 328. Woo. Putting the smoking on Tommy Gordon at 166. School board District 6 is John Walker. He ran unopposed at 474 is where he's sitting right now. All right. General Sessions Court Clerk is what I'm going to call it abbreviated. Beverly Dunaway's got 2653. County Clerk Tasha Carver's got 2683. Register Deeds Doug Bartholomew's got 2654. Alrighty, in the trustees race, current trustee John Cavanis has 1855. Mark Montgomery, the challenger, has 1016. Constable 1. This one's actually pretty close. I mean, we're not that far off 19 votes right now. Junior Howard's got, Brent Mayfield's in the lead at 150 with Junior Howard coming up behind him with 131. All right, Constable 2, Ronnie Holmes has got 269, followed by David Stanley at 128. Mike Fisher is running unopposed in District 3 with 351. District 4, Kimmy Small's in at 239. Jean's in at 215. So, that's actually a pretty close race still there. Constable 5 unopposed is Chris McPeak at 362. Did I say that correct? I guess I got it correctly. I need to check that there. Constable 6 is Patrick Cherry running unopposed. I got 422. Go on, Patrick. I didn't make sure I got that correct. That's some stout numbers. And District 7 Constable is Richie Stanfield. Richie's running unopposed. He's at 229. I need to make sure that I didn't make a mistake there with one of these here. So right now we are waiting for the come on. We're waiting for the today's totals so we can figure out where we are. And let me see here. I'm trying to get it. I'm checking one thing right quick. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Trying to find one more. But for some reason my phone isn't wanting to be a pill. So let's try this here. Here we go. Yeah. Alrighty, we're good there. Yeah, Patrick Cherry, gone, my boy. Patrick got 422. Constable race. Man, that's some strong numbers, Patrick. Proud for you, brother. Mighty proud for you. Alrighty, so now again, we are in a holding pattern. We're waiting for the next batch of votes to come in here. I'm going to pop up in here and check some of the alrighty. Now we're waiting on, like I said, today's totals. Once we get today's totals, we'll get them put up there, and then we'll take and pop it up. Alrighty. I'm going to check into some comments here because I haven't done that in a bit here, and I'm still got. Alrighty. Got comments in here still. Got to add more people in. Hold on just a second here. Boy, the page is growing like crazy tonight. Okay. All right. Okay, people. Like I said, there's just a ton of comments in here. I probably will miss some in here. I'll do what I can to answer. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had over 300 views at one point. I think I'd seen 322. Very strong numbers for us. Very strong numbers for us. I'm still showing somewhere right now in the 270 range, 280 range. And we have grown a well, I don't even know how many members we've picked up tonight. A bunch of them's watching. Thank you, Donna. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Yeah, Carrie and I certainly could use an assistant at times. We've got everybody kind of spread thin to try to get all these numbers up for everybody, but this is one of those things here we just kind of funneled into one thing and trying to get all that information. As far as I know, the polls have not closed yet. The last we saw her, they were still waiting. There were some issues out at Parker's Crossroads, Vicky. Yeah, you're welcome, Flo. I'll see you tomorrow, girl. Mr. Nacho, Miss Georgia. Alrighty. Again, thank you, Crystal, for catching that on Blake's numbers. I appreciate that. Brooke, I can't tell you when the other votes will be in. It's once the polls are there and everything is set back in. to the election commission. They'll get the numbers out. Like I said, we've got people there that's getting them out to us as quick as they can. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate it, girl. Brandon, Blake is actually running as an independent. So he will be in the August general election against whoever wins the mayor tonight. So that's going to be the race of the city. And it looks like at this point in time frame, it's going to probably be McCready and Mitchell on August 6th. Alrighty. Catherine, as far as I noticed, the polls should have closed. Whether they've got all the numbers and stuff together, I know there was some. We were told there's some problems with the machine out at Crossroads, so we'll see what happens there. Regina, yeah, the thing was an AutoCAD problem with Blake's numbers. It should have been 380, the same like everybody else's. It should have been the same across the board. Boom, boom, boom. I appreciate that, brother. Over 350, 386. Wow. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. That's amazing. If this was actually a paid page where we made money off of it, we probably would have made a few dollars tonight. But that's not what this page is about by no means. This is just about getting you guys information and doing the best we can to get it to you as fast as we can, and bringing you factual stuff. So right now we are sitting, we're in a holding pattern. I'm going to go ahead and pop up the numbers again, the voting totals, and let you guys see that there. I'm going to go refresh my coffee right quick because it is getting cold sitting in here. So we'll see. I'll be back in here in just a minute. Yeah, we're right. Still 289. Great numbers. Great numbers. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Fresh cup of coffee. All right. Let's get in here and okay, I'm back in here. Let's see. Got any more people in here? Hold on just 1 second. I'm adding some more people to the page. Okay. All right, like I said, we're still in a holding pattern right now, waiting on getting today's numbers so we can get it all plugged in. As soon as we get them, we will get them out to you as quick as possible. Alrighty. Huh. All right. The election results are being tabulated. Time. I'm getting questions about Sardis and Scotts Hill. Nothing has been shown so far of that there. We will look into that there as quickly as we can. Alrighty. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to see where we are here. Alrighty, I'm back with you for right now until we get some more information across. We're still in that holding pattern, but they are tabulating up the figures right now. So as soon as we get them, we'll take and get them popped up to you. What I'll do is I'm going to call them off, and then we'll take and we'll do we'll plug them in, and then we'll share this page up here for you. And then tomorrow, what I'll do in the morning, because Chris is actually sharing the stuff here, I'll make sure that we got a breakdown of the screen to get it shared up for you, so it's a little bit easier to see. We'll probably just do pull off certain sections of it to make sure that it's up there easier for everybody to read. But yeah, at this point we are still waiting on getting the numbers. I'm going to take again. I'm just going to repeat some of the. I know the mayor races and the sheriff's races are real big. So right now in the mayor's race, Robbie McCready is currently in the lead with 1,191 votes. Second place is with Jacob Feehan at 550. Shelly Alexander is third at 439. Darren McDaniels fourth with 432. And Gary Riffle is last with 288. For the sheriff's race right now, Brad Atkinson's in the lead with 1422. Larry Segal is at 65, second place. Richard King is at 501 in third place. Tracy Grisham is at 313. And Terry Moody's at 36. So there is your sheriff races and your mayor's race for the time being. I'm going to come in here to some of the to the commissioners again. Right now in District 1, Jeff James is leading with 206. Junior Carter is second place with 185. Mark James is third with 140. District 2, Blaine Sumler is in the lead with 226. Tommy Page second with 224. David Blankenship third with 173. Don Eubank is fourth with 116. Alrighty. District 3, Todd Beecham is leading with 283. Brian Duke is second with 203, and Terry Beecham is third with 194. That is a 9 votes difference in those two second place there. District 4, Blake Stanfield has 380. Mac Manus has 335. Will Davis has 142. District 5, Terry Allen's winning with 239. Terry Singleton's in second with 225. Randall Keene is in third with 185. Fiddler is at 96, and Evans is at 30. District 6, Tabitha Derryberry is in the lead with 247. Jack Johnson second, 211. Mark Walker is in third with 187. Gary Ross is in fourth with 170, and Trent Harris is fifth with 166. All right, the big one is this is a very, very tight race in District 7 for County Commissioner. Nick Peterson is currently sitting at 151, Joe Ross at 145, and Hunter Grissom is at 144. So these guys here are separated by, I mean, we're talking 7 votes. I mean, that's a very, very close race down there. All right, going back up here to School Board District 2, Crownover's in the lead with 263 over Reynolds, who's got 129. District 4, Janet Hayes has got 328, and Tommy Gordon has 166. John Walker's got 474 in District 6's School Board race. Beverly Dunaway for unopposed in the the court clerk race has got 2653. Tasha Carver in the county clerk race is unopposed. She's got 2683. Doug Bartholomew, who is unopposed in the Register of Deeds, has 2654. All right, getting down to the trustee. Right now, John Cavanis is at 1855, and Mark Montgomery's in at 1016. All right, Constable District 1. This is kind of a close race. Brett Mayfield's at 150. Junior Howard is in at 131. Constable in District 2, Ronnie Holmes is up 269. David Stanley at 128. Mike Fisher's running unopposed for Constable in District 3. He's got 351. Constable 4, we've got Kenny Swan's in at 239 against Mr. Jeans at 215. Constable 5 is unopposed. Chris McPeak, 362. Constable 6, that district is Patrick Cherry's running unopposed with 422. And Richie Stanfield's running unopposed down in District 7. And he has got 229. So that gets us into where we are. And I'm going to go ahead and pop up the numbers one more time. So, again, we are still waiting right now for to get the numbers coming in for today's voting totals. So as soon as we get them, we will get this here updated and get them up to you. So, but yeah, everything is kind of close right now. It's well, I can say everything. There's some races up here that's just we pretty much know where everything's going to be at, where it's going to settle. Hold on a second here. I'm adding some more people in to the page. Alrighty. Okay. I'm kind of curious about those numbers there. And as far as what's going on down in the southern part of the county, there's no numbers that's been posted yet. So again, we're kind of in that holding pattern to see what happens there. So we'll get those out as quick as we possibly can. as soon as we get the information. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom. All right, I'm checking some other stuff right now. Nothing. See there. And we got. Okay. Looks like we're back up at the 300 mark again. Yeah, people, but just bear with us. We're waiting on the election commission to release the figures, and we'll get them updated as quick as we can. Right now, what you're seeing on your screen is the numbers that we've gotten so far. This is for early voting, so you can get a gauge on that there. Again, I apologize for the smaller screen. We'll work on that there, getting that fixed. We're doing this as quick and as easy and as efficient as we possibly can. Okay. Let me see here. Alrighty. And if you can't see this here, if you look on the taxpayers page, Carissa has put up the early voting results. The same numbers that you're seeing on this page, she's got the numbers that come directly from the election commission. So the numbers are there. You can see them as well in the screenshot she shared. And that page should be right above us. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, let's get back in here and see what else we've got as far as comments are concerned, because there is a ton of comments. So we're going to dig back up into here. I know we've been there, talked about that there. 3 people emoji blocking totals. I'm not sure what that is, Jack. Thank you for the kind words, Chelsea. It was good to see you Wednesday too. Steve, we don't have anything. Nothing's been presented to us about Sardis or Scotts Hill. We haven't seen anything come up. We haven't seen anything pop up yet from that area. So as soon as we get some information, we'll definitely get it out down there. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm going to say this here. It was we went down to Vonderberg's for dinner last week. I think it was Thursday night. We went down there, and met some friends, talked to some people down there, and it's. I'll say this here because it was even part of the conversation when we were down there. It's kind of like the south end of the county just gets treated with very little respect. And this is, if we're going to say anything, this is kind of one of those times here. We're still we're still waiting to see if anything gets shared about that there. Who knows when it comes out, but it is what it is. What I'll do is I'm going to shoot a text into Candy and Carissa, see if they've got any information from what's going on down there too. See if they can get that as well. To get that information for us too, and then we'll get it put up. So we'll know about that. We'll and you know, and that's I'm starting to think about this here. I don't know if Sardis and Scotts Hill was. I don't think they had an election because this. You got to remember we're in a primary here. You know, let me look into that there. I'd have to go back in on the page. I mean, this might be something where they didn't have anything. Let me go back and take a quick gander here. I didn't think about that, but that's okay. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see if I can find that information. Because I don't remember anything being on the ballot. So if it's not on the ballot, there wouldn't be any voting going on down there. Let me look into this here. Because I've actually had a text and I just saw this comment on this here. But there, I don't believe there's any ballots here. Yeah, this is yeah, Scottsdale municipal election is going to be held August the 6th. So they're going to be in the general. They're not having anything for a primary. And same thing with Sardis. So Sardis and Scottsdale, you won't see anything until August. So, yeah, my bad. You know, I was sitting there, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, what? We haven't got any information. But yeah, there's no information to be had there. They're not on the ballot until we hit August the 6th. So they'll be on the general election there. They don't have a primaries down there. And again, so you guys understand, these primaries, this is the Republican primaries, what this vote is. This election today is to determine who the Republicans are sending forward to run in the general election. And actually, the only candidate, the only candidate that's going to be challenged, to my knowledge, will be the mayor. I know there was a candidate who picked up papers for independent in a constable race, but I don't think they ever qualified. I don't remember seeing their name, seeing them on the qualified list. So, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get back to this here. See if we got anything in. Let me get back down into my comments here. Let's get down here. I've been throwing this here. Yeah, from what we were told, Janet, there was a problem with the machine. That's what was shared to the people we've got at the election commission. Yeah, Amber, I'm assuming I noticed the people in here got this answer for you. So, you know, and I hope you understand. You did catch this here. The mayor who wins tonight has not won the election. They've just won the primary. They still have to face the Blake Mitchell in the August general election in the general election on August 6th. Alrighty. You're welcome, Lee. Catherine, I hope you can hear okay. I never had anybody else complain about it, and looks like our audio is tracking pretty strong. Everything seems to be coming in. I haven't peaked much there. Thank God of my loud voice. Alrighty. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty. Amanda, right now, till we get the final votes in. Right now, it looks like Brad Atkinson is going to be the next mayor, next sheriff of Henderson County. Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. Stardust has always been the black sheep. Uh, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we're still sitting here, waiting on votes to come in here, and we're still approving members. We're growing pretty good tonight. Um, so, like I said, I'm going to leave up the numbers here so y'all can take a look at them and see where everybody is at in these races here. And I'm going to text out and check in with Les Nessman up at the whatchamacallit. Alrighty. Okay, well, I have sent Chris a text, see if they're getting close, and if see if she's still got people hanging out with her up there. Alrighty. All right, I'm going to go back over this here one more time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just say who's leading in each race. Um, all right. I asked Chris if they're getting close, and she said she thinks so. Robin just shut the door, so maybe we're at that point. All right, right now in the mayor's race, Robin McCready's leading 1191. He's up quite a bit. Quite a bit. Sheriff's race, Brad Atkinson's winning 1,422 votes, and Brad is up quite a bit. Robbie has got more than double his closest competitor, and the same thing over here with Brad is he's got more than double his closest competitor. In District 1, the two incumbents are winning right now, Jeff James and Junior Carter. In District 2, Blaine Sumler and Tommy Page are winning, who's an incumbent. In District 3, Todd Beecham is winning. He's an incumbent, and Brian Duke is in second place, but it's mighty close between him and Terry Beecham. So that race is still anybody's to have. Okay, District 4, Blake Stanfield's at 380, McManus at 335. Those are the incumbents, and they're still winning strong. All right, District 5. Terry Allen, who's an incumbent, is winning. And Terry Singleton's actually in second. He's ahead of Randall Keene, who is one of the sitting commissioners right now. Alrighty. District 6, Tabitha Derryberry's winning, along with incumbent Jack Johnson. There's no Andy Anderson didn't run against, so there's no other incumbents there. District 7 is a very close race, and this ain't no way you calling this right now. Joe Ross and Nick Peterson, who are the incumbents, have 145 and 151. Hunter Grissom's one vote below Joe Ross. I mean, so this one here is going to be we're going to have to wait and see what happens. All right, in another challenge race, we've got school board members. Crown Over is ahead of Reynolds, 263 to 129. Now, there is no incumbent there. And District 4 school board member Tommy Gordon is the incumbent, and he is he's losing pretty. Janet Hayes almost has double his votes. Actually, she does have double his votes. What is it? I'm brain farting right now. All right, hold on a second here. I'm getting a text. All right, the last box just came in from the poll. So the last box has just come in from the precinct. So we're sitting here. We should be having numbers here pretty shortly for you. Anyway, getting back, Janet Hayes is almost double what Tommy Gordon has in District 4. She's at 328. He's at 166. Another challenge, the trustees, John Cavness is 1855. He's up a pretty good clip on Mark Montgomery right now. Constable 1 is being challenged. It's a close race, only 19 votes separating Brent Mayfield and Junior Howard. 150 with Brent and 131 with Junior. Constable 2, Ronnie Holmes is in a pretty good lead, 269 to 128. It's close in Constable 4. Kimmy Smalling's up at 239. That's about 24 votes ahead. And that's pretty much all the challengers at this point in time frame. So this is where everything is at with this here now. Now let me see here. I'm looking at doing something a little bit different here. I'm going to see. Okay, we're waiting on. Waiting on some information. I want to take a look at this though. All right. Still adding some people in. Okay, got back there. Make sure everything is done. Now I need to find out where is my... Alrighty, I'm getting stuff done. Still waiting on information. Well, looks like we got some good numbers still. Well, this has been a long one. Not as long as me and Blake last night, though. I don't know. We might beat it, though. We had a pretty long one last night. Thank you guys for tuning in, because there was a lot of information to put out. And, and we're seeing information that's challenging some of the information that's being put out. I do know that Jade actually shared a post. He did some... he did some good information, some good research. So I would definitely say look at his video. He'll get that posted up. I know we're dealing with election right now, so he'll get that posted up as soon as we get a chance to get this here done. Because there's definitely some good information you really need to look into there. All right. Woohoo! Okay, let's see. Still got more people coming on. I kind of wish I had my buddy Tim Rose here with me so we could talk music. Kind of buy the time while we're waiting on getting this information. Alrighty. And I am working on. I'm going to get you back so you're looking at the screen here for a minute. I'm still trying to work on some stuff on this. See if I can get this thing. To set my margins. Uh-oh. Hold on a second here. I've got a. Alrighty. I'm getting some funny text in here now. Yeah, that's mighty funny. Alrighty. Okay. Let me say something here. Let me go ahead and get back over here now so y'all can see me on this one here. I keep getting texts and messages, and I know some people are really confused on this here, about Blake Mitchell not being on this ballot. Let me see if I can get this clarified for you. This election today is not the election to actually choose who's going to be in each position. That happens in the general election in August. I can tell you right now, and everybody's like, oh, whoever won tonight is going to win, with the exception of the mayor. Yes and no. You know, technically, if every single person here who wins and nobody votes for them, including themselves, well, they don't win. I mean, this is just to move to the next election. You still have to have at least one vote to win if you're unchallenged. Most of the people here is going to be moving forward, and they're going to vote for themselves, and they're going to still get a lot of votes. So, you know, they're going to win by default for the fact that, but, you know, it's not anything guaranteed. You know, I'm getting a lot of people wanting to know why Blake isn't on the ballot. Because Blake is running as an independent candidate. He is not running as a Republican. And we've explained that 100 times. But so what happens is, let's just say, because right now it looks like Robbie McCready is going to win the mayor's race. On August the 6th, that means Robbie and Blake will square down for the mayor's race. And whoever gets the most votes then is the mayor. It's just that simple. So remember this here. If you know, because the last message I got here was, please explain that the people can vote again in August if they don't want Robbie McCready in office. That's correct. Just because, let's say you're not a fan of Robbie's and you voted for Shelley. Shelley doesn't win. That doesn't mean you have to vote for Robbie in the August. You actually now have another chance. You can vote for Blake Mitchell. Now, before any Republican says, oh, no, they can't. The hell they can't. The general election, anybody can vote for whoever they want to. Because guess what? There is no registered Republicans and no registered Democrats in this state. So, and even then, it doesn't matter. People can vote for who they want for vote for in the primary. That's just, I mean, in the general election, because nobody can tell who you vote for. Nobody knows. They just don't know. There's no way for them to know. You get a ballot. You don't put your name on the ballot. You just show your ID to get a ballot, and then you cast your vote, and your ballot goes into a machine, and that's it. There's no trace of you on that ballot. Your name's not up there, nothing. Period. So they don't know who you voted for. All they can tell is that you did vote. And that's it. That's all they can do. So if you want to vote for somebody else, vote for somebody else. Is it anything... Now, and I want you to remember something here, because there's been some conversation about this whole stuff with, how do I say this here, with the bona fide Republican deal. There is no law that says a Republican can't vote for an independent. I mean, technically, there is no law that says a Republican can't vote for a Democrat in the general election. It's only during the primaries where you're not supposed to cross party lines. I mean, that's just the way the law is written. I mean, we don't write the law, we just read the law. So that's the whole point of it, is you can vote for whoever you want to vote for in that general election. And won't nobody know, won't nobody say anything, because they don't know. So anyway, so if you've got any questions about that there, I'm hoping that clears your head of how this whole thing works. Alrighty, I'm going to pop this thing back up here. Hopefully we'll have some numbers here very shortly to start filling these things here out. And boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, boom, boom. Let me see on this here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So we're still right now in a holding pattern. Waiting to see what happens. Thank you guys for being here with us tonight and tuning in and sticking with us, because I know this one's been a long one. Boy, this is a Blake. I don't know if you're tuned in or not, brother, but this is kind of as long as me and you go through sometimes. So anyway, we're still waiting right now. We're waiting. You know, we're kind of in a holding pattern. I'm seeing a question about, can someone run for sheriff again if they don't win tonight? No. They can't in this election. I mean, they can in the 4 years from now. They can, but they can't run in the August 6th general. We've already bypassed. You have a certain time frame to pick up your papers to run for the primary, and then you have a certain, you know, and for the general election. So, you know, when you pick up your papers, you have to make your choice then, and which one you want to run for. So, no, nobody else can go back in here and run, and there's nobody else that can be added to the ballot. Pretty much everybody who wins tonight will be on the ballot for the August 6th general election, and the only other person up there will be Blake Mitchell running for whoever wins the mayor's race tonight. Yeah. So. Okay, I'm seeing. All right, Marty, I see so it may be helpful to clarify where Blake falls on the conservative versus liberal spectrum. I'm going to say this. based on, I'm not speaking for Blake. I'm just sharing information based on Blake and I's conversations. Blake is he's very conservatively fiscally conservative. I'm sorry. Blake is he doesn't want to spend a lot of money, and his philosophy is he really doesn't think that we need to raise any kind of taxes. Hold on a second. Candy just messaged that they're passing out the results, so we're going to have them here live here shortly. But anyway, Blake is fiscally conservative, but he's probably a little bit different than. He believes we should truly be free, and we should have free to have our own choices. That government should not dictate our choices. That's one of the things that where him and I talk a lot about. That's where we stand a lot the same similarities on it. You know, it's it shouldn't be controlled. You know, government should not control what people do. And I agree with him 110% on that there. So let's see here. Looks like we're going to be getting some numbers coming up here shortly. And Kim, you said it best right there. Blake cares about the Constitution. Brad, I wouldn't necessarily say he's a libertarian. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of libertarian ideas, but I think Blake has influence from conservative values as well. I don't really know how to describe it. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. To me, the Republican Party bailed on me. They used to be. I used to be a very, very, very strong Republican, and then I came here to Henderson County, and it changed everything because I was seeing Republicans doing things that Republicans aren't supposed to do, and that's when I never heard the term rhino until I got out here. So I think living in this bubble here, you start learning a lot different how things really are. And that's what I've personally noticed here is that there's things here are different. Republicans are not Republicans from what I grew up with. And I'll say this here. I had somebody who's pretty strong in the Republican Party made a comment and told me that they're a Reagan Republican. And I get that. That's where I'm at. And I grew up under Reagan, and that's exactly where my alignments were at. And things have changed. I mean, even now there's division in the Republican Party, just like there's division in the Liberal Party. I mean, the Democrats and Republicans are split. You've got the far extreme right, far extreme left. And I'm going to go ahead and switch you guys back. We have divided parties, and it's the ones that are divided that just are the ones kind of controlling things. The ones on the far extreme sides of it, the left and right, and that's where our problem lies. Once we can figure out getting past that, I mean, heck, I've never seen Democrats and Republicans go at it as hot and heavy as I do in the last 15 years, I guess. It's just, it has changed. And this is what is the narrative that's been pushed on us. I think if we ever get down to the point and realize that we are so much alike in so many different things. All right, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I'm cutting myself off. We're going to go in. I got the first one coming. All right, again, I'm going to be calling these things here out. Okay, in the mayor's race, I'm just going to go ahead and call it out for the winners. Robbie McCready, 1976. Jacob Feehan, 1076. And Darren McDaniel pulled in at 820. Shelly Alexander at 754. And Gary Riffle at 492. So your mayor moving to the general election will be Robbie McCready. Just so you know. Alrighty. We're going to get in here to Commissioner District 1. Jeff James wins it at 412. Junior Carter coming in second at 390. Mark James coming in at 294. All right, let's get down here into District 2 Commissioner. Alrighty. Tommy Page pulls it at 437. Blaine Sumler comes in second at 402. David Blankenship at 380, and Don Eubank in at 231. Okay, in Commissioner District 3, we have Todd Beecham at 535, Brian Duke at 385, and Terry Beecham at 368. Okay, let's get in here now to District 4 Commissioner. Blake Stanfield, 526. Mac Manus, 444. Will Davis, 196. Commissioner District 5. Terry Allen, 366. Terry Singleton, 309. Randall Keene, 284. Alrighty. Logan Fiddler pulled in at 117. And Daniel Evans at 41. Okay, let's go here to District 6. And let me go back in here and make sure that everybody's understanding here. In District 4, Blake Stanfield and Mac Manus are still your two commissioners. In District 5, Terry Allen is still your commissioner, and you got a new commissioner with Terry Singleton. In District 6, top vote getter, Tabitha Derryberry, 374. Jack Johnson coming in at 333. So there are your two commissioners. Jack remains in seat, and Tabitha Derryberry is brand new coming in. It looks like Mark Walker finished third with 278. Gary Ross with 252, and Trent Harris with 250. So, and let me get back in here so you know, Jeff James and William Carter are your two commissioners for District 1. Tommy Page and Blaine Sumler, your two commissioners for District 2. Brian Duke and Todd Beecham are your two commissioners for District 3. Okay, let's get in here. District 7, County Commissioners. Alrighty. Joe Ross finished in with 446. Nick Peterson, 378. Hunter Grissom made a good run there at 361. He was only off 17 votes. Pretty good run there, Hunter. So your commissioners stay the same there, Nick Peterson and Joe Ross. County Trustee, John Cavanis finishes in with 3149. Mark Montgomery, 1933. Alrighty, Sheriff. Brad Atkinson is your new sheriff with 2526. Larry Segal finished in second with 1127. Richard King had 874. Tracy Grisham had 623. And Terry Moody finished with 95 votes. Alrighty. Beverly Dunaway ended up with 4701 for her vote total. And let me see where we are here. Boom, 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 boom. Doug Bartholomew finishes out with 4701. Tasha Carver finishes out with 4754. Okay, School Board, District 2. We have Crownover with 539, Reynolds with 225. Alrighty, School Board District 4. Janet Hayes, 443. Tommy Gordon, 231. School Board District 6, this can be John Walker unopposed. He's got 746 votes. Alrighty, so let's get in here. Constable District 1. Brett Mayfield, 339. Junior Howard, 370. Constable District 2. Holmes pulled 514. Stanley, 252. District 3, Mike Fisher, unopposed, 698. District 4, Spawn comes in with 333, with Jeans in at 287. Alrighty, District 5, McPeak ends up with 520. And let's get in here to the next one. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one I just had. Okay. District 6 Constable Patrick Cherry finishes it off with 667. And Richie Stanfield finishes off District 7 Constable at 601. So there we go. Now bear with me here, folks, because what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to. I'm going to share back with this page here while I update the new one, so you'll have all the information. So I need to come up in here and get my 2 constables here. All right, 372 for Richie. Patrick 245. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. $245. 24. So my numbers come across 514, 252. That's clear. Fisher 347. 287, 333, and then 158. Alrighty, now let's come over here. Boom, boom, boom. Still getting these things updated for you. Numbers for 7. 217, 227. Alrighty. Sorry, folks, I'm just about done. Okay, folks, I am getting ready to get the new numbers up for you so you have them all together. Boom, 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 boom. Set that to the side and come over here. Alrighty, give me just 1 second here. You're probably seeing a black screen because I'm removing images and putting in a new one. Image. Okay. Alrighty, folks, you should see the updated list now. So, all your numbers should be there. And Chris has got the final results posted up on the page. So, anyway, that's it. I'm going to take and, like I said, I'm going to leave this here up here for a little bit. And as the numbers dwindle down and y'all sign off, then I'll take and get it pulled off. And we're going to close it up for the night. So there you have it. Again, we're going to recap this here. I'll say this here again. Robbie McCready won the mayor's spot, so he will be challenged by Blake Mitchell on August the 6th in the general election. Brad Atkinson is your new sheriff. Junior Carter and Jeff James remain your commissioners in District 1. District 2, you have a new commissioner in Blaine Sumler, and you still are having Tommy Page. District 3, you still have Todd Beecham. Now you also have Brian Duke. District 4, you still have Mac Manus and Blake Stanfield. In District 5, you still have Terry Allen, but now you have Terry Singleton as well. District 6, you have Tabitha Derryberry and Jack Johnson is still in seat. And District 7, Nick Peterson and Joe Ross are still there with you. So that's where you are sitting right now. And let's get back in here. Your trustee, John Cavendish, remains in that seat. Alrighty. Obviously, the court clerk and the county clerk, neither one of them, or the register of deeds, nobody was challenged there. So Beverly, Tasha, and Doug will still remain in seat. School board, Matthew Crownover is your new school board for District 2. School board District 4, your new District 4 member is Janet Hayes, and John Walker stays in position 6. Constable District 1 is now Brent Mayfield. Constable District 2, Ronnie Holmes. Constable District 3, Mike Fisher. Constable District 4, Kimmy Spawn. Constable District 5, Chris McPeak. Constable District 6, Patrick Cherry. Constable District 7, Richie Stanfield. And there you have it, folks. Those are your elected officials. So you do have some changes. And we still have a county mayor's race on August the 6th to determine who will be your county mayor. So that's where we are. Anyway, I think we still got about 112 people up here right now, so I'm going to let this here roll for a little bit till we break down below 100, and then we'll take and call it a night. Let people come up here so they can actually read these things here. I'm going to take a gander and see here if there's any more comments that I need to get to. I'm still going through. Yeah, our numbers are starting to drop up under 100 now. Once we knock down about 50, I'm going to go ahead and close it off. So if y'all want, keep writing on this stuff here. Like I said, Carissa has posted the winning numbers as well on the page, so you can go up there and find it too. You can download the sheet so you'll actually have it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, we're down to 71, so yeah, people are signing off. Alrighty. Logan, as far as a breakdown per district, yeah, you can find it out per district on how each one voted. We'll probably look into maybe getting those figures there towards the tail end of the week. Kind of let everybody settle in some. We should be able to. We should be able to be able to get that information to share with you as quick as we can. Like I said, I'm going to assume probably towards the tail end of the week we'll look at getting those numbers, but so we can have a breakdown of votes by precincts, and we'll get that shared whenever we get that information. Jack, I don't remember saying, are you saying the 14 commissioners who win the primary night won't be winners of the general election? No, the only thing I said anything about is that, well, if nobody votes for those commissioners and those commissioners don't vote for themselves, then technically they haven't won the general election. I mean, you still have to have one vote in the general election to win. I mean, that's just, this is a primary. This isn't the general election. This really just determines who comes out of the Republican camp. But as we all know, I mean, unless there's a challenger in the election, in the general election, there really nothing happens. I mean, whoever wins is going to move forward to it, as long as they get votes for it. Parker, is it possible McCready and whoever wins tonight? Yeah, since it's going to be Robbie and Blake, yes, we're. I'm hoping that there's going to be a debate. I'm hoping there's going to be two debates. I'd like to see one around the 1st of June. And what I'm hearing from people is they like to see one first part of June, and then probably sometimes around July, mid July, 15th, 16th, because I think early voting starts July 17th. So yeah, I think there's going to try to be a debate between McCready and Mitchell. Yeah, Brian Thompson, I'm with you there, brother. Um, James Spain, you just hit the nail on the freaking head, brother. All those labels are still, you know, yeah, it's still a party. We don't need, the party's where our problems lie. Parties control everything, and lobbyists control parties and politicians. And everybody can say, well, that's not true. Bull. Watch where the money comes. And that's the reason that the elections never change, because parties are controlled by money. That's how you get. Um, and I'm like you, Marty. I want to know somebody's values. I mean, that matters to me more so than anything else. And the proof is in the pudding. The problem is most people don't. Most people don't pay enough attention to see what's going on. Yeah, Stephanie, you're right. I mean, people are still voting by name at this point in time frame. Uh, and I'm still approving people, so I'm keeping this here up for a little bit so people can still see it. Um, we're still getting people chiming in. Nothing was reported on the write-ins, Regina. You're welcome, Elaine. You're welcome, Jessica. You're certainly welcome, Michelle, Regina, Sandra, Andrea, Jerry Ann, and I hope I saw you posted. I was giving a comment, Jerry Ann, on that there. I hope you saw the numbers. Yeah, Brett won that. It was 339 to 270. All right. You're welcome, Beth. You're welcome, Jaden. Thank you, brother. You're welcome, Sarah. Nikki. Alrighty. Well, it looks like I got it, and we're under 40, so I am going to take and shut this down for the night because I need a break. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you. I mean, for the wow. I think the largest number I saw was 386 on tonight. Thank you so much for trusting us to get you this information. You know, we appreciate y'all, and hopefully this helps you out. If we get any more information or anything that's new that we need to bring out, we'll get it up there. For right now, we're gonna probably take a few days off from podcasting. I hope. Please, 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 politicians, please don't do anything where we got to get back up here. We need a break too. I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for tuning in and sticking with us for this for so long. Sorry it took so long. You know, sometimes we're at the leisure of government. But y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night, wonderful week ahead, and we will see you sometime in the near future. Have a good one.